So, chosen ones, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why sometimes you are going to meet people who love you and hate you at the same time. Now, remember, hate is not personal, okay? You know, the more you continue to wake up, chosen ones, you usually start to take things very personal, okay? You understand where people are coming from. You know that they might be going through some stuff. You may know that they have not healed. Maybe they have some healing work to do on themselves. And you usually don't take these things personal, okay? You just understand where they're coming from. You just walk the other way, okay? You don't engage. And you see people for who they really are. For so many of you who have been around narcissists, you have already seen this scenario whereby the narcissist loves you. They say they do love you, but their actions are pretty much opposite to what you consider to be love. And you're still getting a lot of hate from narcissistic people. It's happened along my journey, you know, friends, families, relationships. And usually it's very shocking because once you give in to a person, to an individual, you accept to take them in. Those individuals, after some time, they will flip all of a sudden 180 degrees, and they're going to look the other way. And they're going to treat you extremely with disrespect. Very bad. You see, one of the things you need to understand, one of the most empowering things I've told you will ever discover along your journey is to know who you are. Let me promise you, if you do not know who you are, it is always going to be very difficult for you. You don't know where to go. You don't know how to react to some situations. Know who you are, first of all. When you know who you are, you will get a lot of answers to the most difficult questions you've always had. Now, let's talk about this light. A chosen person has got a special light around them. This light shines wherever you go. You have got an energy with you that people feel wherever you are. This is a light where everybody wants to be a part of that light, okay? And when I'm talking about these things of chosen people, guys, you need to understand there's no arrogance here. We're not talking about some people who are trying to be better than the rest. You just need to understand there is some people who are not like everybody else. Many people want to be a part of this light. So they start gravitating towards you. So they come around, they want to be your friends. They want to be close to you. They want to know what you're doing. Can they hang around with you? It will happen most of the time. Now, let me tell you something. The moment you decide that, okay, we can be friends. Okay, let's go on a date. Okay, let's have a relationship. Whatever. You will decide to bring them in. And those guys are going to flip on you because you see, a chosen person is a person who moves with authenticity. That is number one. Not in a sense that you don't have any flaws on you. Everybody has got some flaws somehow, but you do always make sure that whatever you're doing it out of love, and you're trying to be as authentic as you are. So if a person came into your life in a very short period of time, you might start to even unconsciously bring out their insecurities. So it may be something you may say, okay, because you're always going to talk about the truth. It may be something that you will do because you're a person who moves with authenticity. And that may be an energy that is not familiar with the people that are around you. However much they like you, and I want you to quote me on this one, however much they do like you as a person, there is something that you're bringing out of them they're not prepared for. Because sometimes when you're moving with authenticity, you may be dealing with a liar, okay? You might be dealing with a manipulative individual. Like I've told you, these guys, these narcissists, very lying and manipulative. Now you are trying to be your authentic truth, to stand in your authentic truth. It's like now you're showing them how things are supposed to be done, or how things should be done at least. And they're not prepared for that. So the more you continue moving with this truth and authenticity, is the more you cause some specific triggers within those individuals. They do really, really want to be around you. There's many people who want to be around the chosen ones. Let me tell you something, and you're going to continue seeing this along your journey. There is people who genuinely like you, but there's a problem. They cannot stay around you longer, before they realize they are being triggered in so many ways. They are being triggered to look at life in a different way, from a different perspective, okay? You're pushing them, and this is not something you're saying. It is just the way that you carry yourself. They're not used to that kind of energy. These kind of things and behaviors trigger certain people. And whenever they sit in silence, they're figuring out there is something about you that they don't like. Okay? Everybody has got something that people do not like. But with the chosen person, you realize you're like a mirror to some people. People have been conditioned to believe a certain way, to move a certain way, to believe certain things. But whenever they come around a soul like you are telling them, or you are assuring them that there's another way to live. There is another way to do things. And that is something that is not in their conditioning. Now, that is where the triggers come from. Okay? So you start to trigger people. And especially for some reason, like I've told you guys in my videos, chosen people tend to attract a lot of broken people. Okay? Unhealed people, narcissistic people, broken people, people who need help. For some reason, they always gravitate towards you because they are being drawn towards the light. But the moment they come into your presence, into your vicinity, into your proximity, they're now going to figure out the reason as to why they should have stayed away from you. Now, that is what causes the triggers. And those people are going to start hating on you. And let me tell you something, you'll be surprised. You haven't done anything wrong. You see, back in the days along my journey, when I started sharing things online, I had some people who was very curious because, you see, I've told you, actually I've done a whole video on this. Sometimes you attract a lot of curious people. They are very much interested in knowing something about you. There's something that is like, it's like a magnet, okay? Sometimes you happen to be a people's magnet. This is something that pull certain individuals towards you. They really want to get to know you. They really want to know you on a deep level. How do you move? How do you know the things you know? Why do you decide to say the things you say? Everything about you, they are very much interested because they are curious. So they get drawn towards you. As much as that light attracts those individuals towards you, there comes moments when they are now in your presence. You have allowed them to come in. And for some reason, in the next 2-3 days, maybe in the next month or two, they flip 180 degrees. That is because they have seen something inside of you. You have shown them something they never even expected to see. Or probably you have said something they never expected to hear. Because I've told you still, you're a person who is all about the truth. So, these kind of things of truth, authenticity, being genuine, people do not have any business with that kind of knowledge. and that kind of energy. So what really happens is that you're reflecting back to people something that you feel about them, because you're not going to hide it. A chosen person is not a person who will try to, sugarcoat things a little bit, because, they do that, okay. When they're speaking, they filter some things because there is some knowledge or information that they know some people are not ready for. But usually, they're going to say things as they are. So they're not really going to sugarcoat something what they know as the truth, okay. So if a person is coming around with, their characters, their behaviors, the way they've been moving back in the days, their personalities, they're coming around with their behaviors and stuff like that, they are going to be met with a genuine soul. And now what is happening in their minds, they don't know what to do with you. How can they speak to you? Sometimes you will find people who are even sometimes, they are baffled at your presence, because when you meet them, when they encounter you and you meet them, they don't even know what kind of words are they going to tell you. They cannot even make a speech. Sometimes people are going to freeze in time. I've told you, sometimes chosen ones, you meet people and they're going to freeze in time. Now, the more this goes on is when they start becoming very uncomfortable around you, okay? When you guys have set up a meeting, let's say like maybe you want to go out on the weekend with these individuals, and you've set up a meeting, those guys, sometimes you may see them, they're going to turn down the meeting. They say, oh, you know what? I'm going to be busy on the weekend. I'm not going to be around. I'm going to be moving that way. I'm going to be doing this. So they're going to find all kinds of excuses to avoid you. But on the inside, they still do like you. So with a chosen person is like a person who is a moving phenomenon, okay? Nobody can try to understand you. They do try. They come in. They try to figure you out. Some people have sleepless nights. They are trying to think, how can they get into your energy? How can they really understand who you are? And it's very difficult to understand those guys. It is very difficult to understand those people. That is what causes frustration, because people don't know what to do with you. So chosen ones, you have to know, everything is about energy, okay? It's all about energy. Your energy is different. When these kind of things are happening to you, like I've said always in my videos, don't take it personal. Okay, chosen ones, people will always love you. They are going to hate you. They don't know what to do with you. They want to be around you, but at the same time, they don't know what to be around you. So they don't know what to do with you, okay? That is exactly what causes this love and hate, relationships and friendships around a chosen person. So let us know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can always book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.